What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Tony D2 Wild checking in once again, back with the bang of the day, guys, on a very special vid. And not special in a way, but I got to be one. I mean, I'm just happy to be back and giving you guys some more content. Now, forgive me that I have not been going live, and for that reason, and just look in the back of the room, you see all this stuff going on, man. Your boy's doing shorts, reels, YouTube vids left and right. I got a lot of content going in and out, and I'm about to go, make some oxtails right now. So unfortunately, I'm unable to go live, but I wanted to give you guys an update on two big topics that have been on this channel in the past week. One being the Sneakercon shooting, as well as what went down with Nike Memphis and the new updated information on that. First things first. So it's been 2 days since this has been posted, and you guys can go and check this whole thing out. I'll leave a link. Salutes to Matt. He actually wrote the full-on update and been keeping everybody updated what's going on. But I'm going to break down a lot of what this article is stating. So there's 3 suspects in this whole entire shooting. One victim being Knight. The 2 suspects are Nunu and Book. My bad. The 3 suspects: Nunu, Book, and then a 3rd suspect. And Book, Dang Book, right here, his name, I'm saying it probably wrong, is the actual shooter and killer, the person that killed Knight. Second suspect is Joshua Rake, and then the 3rd suspect was Nunu, who was arrested on the 7th. And Knight, along with his friends, has been documented and stated that Knight was traveling multiple different Sneakercons to attend these events and do this shell game within these events. At first, I thought it was being done outside, but apparently it's being done outside and inside. And I have heard, allegedly, but I have heard where these shell games have made its way into bathrooms, not just on the floor. Because I know for a fact at Sneakercon, if Alan or Will, if anybody actually saw this actually just being in front of their eyes, they would kick that person out of the building. So I honestly believe there's some way these people was doing this, like I said, outside or in the bathroom, where I've heard it being done before, where it was out of sight from people running the show. Now, the reports have been stated straight up that, and I'm gonna go down here because it's even worse now. I learned something today that's even worse about what actually happened. But let me find out the actual, because they said what happened. It was not that basically they were doing the shell game, lost their money. The fight broke out after the end. When they were leaving, they chased Knight. Knight fell to the ground. They kicked Knight and then shot him in the chest. So this is like some straight execution. One of the boys is on probation right now as we speak. And yeah, man, 4 lives have been lost. 1 being killed, the other 3, one guy's on probation, 1 dude murdered somebody. It's a horrible scene out of everything. And let me just get you straight to the point of what actually fully now has been said that's been happening from police, not from he said, she said. Investigations. According to KSL, Knight's friend told police that they traveled across the US where they would attend sneaker events and play shell games to defraud people out of money. They flew to Salt Lake City to attend Sneakercon at Salt Palace. Arrest documents state that one of the murder suspects lost money tonight because of the shell game and became angry. Bulk and 2 other suspects started to fight Knight and tried to get their money back when the shooter pointed a gun at Knight's chest, chased him until he fell to the ground. The shooter kicked Knight and shot him in the chest. Police are still looking for leads on the remaining suspects. Update to now, they have found all the suspects in there. And although we have made these 3 key arrests, our investigation is still much going on because of the commitment of homicide detectives, parole. So they're still looking for any more information. But also on top of that, 21-year-old Joshua Rake admitted to being involved in the aggravated robbery and removing items from the victim after he had been shot and was on the pavement, according to probable cause statement. And that Ryak, I'm saying his name probably wrong, but he's on probation in Alabama on a previous felony charge. Police said that the man had told his probation officer he had planned to rent a car and drive to Alabama. So Knight did the shell game, got their money, then got killed. And then when they killed him, they took the money back. Yeah, it was initially their money, but that's back to what I kind of said earlier. And I've stated this on Zaya X Ease the Craves channel about whether this is, I mean, it's technically a scam, but This is where I want to hear you guys in the chat talk about it, because I don't know what, I don't want to make a statement when I'm not fully sure. These balls, these caps, they put a cap and they move a ball around and all that, and they do a lot of sleight of hand. The ball is on there, but the ball is not where you're at, because when they're doing it, they're grabbing the ball, moving it to this and that, right? And people call this game a scam. Of course, it's meant for you not to win. Let's put it that way. But if it's a scam, right? If it is a scam, and this guy scammed him out of money, well, then would that be a robbery? Yes, it's a murder. Let's not just take it. The murder happened. But let's put it this way. If I have a phone and someone comes and grabs my phone and I chase them, I shoot and kill that person, and I take my phone back off that person, am I stealing? Is that a robbery? That's my question to you guys. Because, as I stated before, if they were scammed out of money, taken, that's some sort of, scam is not a legal way or something, right? I would think then that it would not be a robbery if you take something back that was initially yours and was taken, I guess, illegally. I really want you guys to answer that one for me in the comment section, because I don't know whether we call this game a scam, straight up scam, or if it's finesse. That part I'm in the air about, and I would like to hear what we got to say. But the fact that they are calling this a robbery means that the money that was taken from those boys and or items or whatever, Knight now had legal possession of that. That was legally his stuff. They shot him, killed him, went in his pockets and took stuff. Now they might have taken additional stuff that was not theirs, and that could also be why it's called robbery. All in all, what they did, killing the man, was wrong, and taking that man's stuff is wrong. Like, I'm not trying to make anything about this like justified, but what I'm asking and I'm curious is, if it was done illegally or in a scamming matter, would that be robbery? Now, if they took his money and then took his phone, then the money, even it might have been theirs, it's still, you get my point. Just answer the goddamn question. Don't try to flip it and be like, yo, Tony, you're wrong for saying it. Like, I'm asking a real question because I'm very curious about that matter. I'm trying to figure out, is the shell game a scam or not? Because if it's a scam, then yeah, it's a lot going on. Now with the Nike update, right? Nike, $80,000 worth of stolen clothing and shoes from Nike. Okay, you saw the video, we reported on it, we talked about it, and $80,000 have now been talked about. 20 trailers. There's been some like posts on the internet about whether they caught these people or caught that people, but some people have been saying that those are like old documents, or it's not even more updated. So as far as if they found the actual people yet, I do not know. So that part we'll have to figure out. However, let me see if Nice Kicks has actually talked about this. One thing that has happened and has been talked about, or I actually made it, I'll just show you to it because it's my own goddamn video. So, I can do stuff like that. But StockX has now stopped the sales of Jordan 11s and cherries because of this. Of Nike product was stolen this past weekend over in Memphis, Tennessee at the Nike Fulfillment Center. From Jordan 11, Jordan 4 military blues, Jordan 6 metallic blacks, and much more. Products were stolen from the Nike trailers and then later sold on the internet, with multiple pictures of these prices floating around, OfferUp, Craigslist, and more. And with that being said, StockX took the initiative to stop all sales, buying and selling of the Jordan 11 cherry as well as the Jordan 6 metallic on their website. With this being said, it makes a smart movement from StockX for the fact that they don't want to sell stolen goods on their website. With that also taking place, I'm kind of curious what's next to come for Nike Memphis as well as other resellers out there. Let me know you guys' thoughts in the comments down below in the comment section. That guy right there is speaking some factual. But yeah, StockX obviously is smart because Nike can turn around and sue them, or they can get some type of legal issues for selling stolen property. At the same time, I don't even know if Nike can even find out which shoe is stolen versus which is. Like, there's no serial number on a shoe. There's a style code. There is a UPC or whatever they want to call it, a little scan code. But I don't think that every single shoe is like, it has its own serial number or its own social security number, because if that was the case, well, we have a solution. There'll be a solution to reps, UAs off the rip. I mean, they could duplicate certain serial numbers of shoes and still do UAs that way. They do it with receipts all the time. But I don't think that Nike's gonna be able to find a way to identify shoes that are sold that are from that stolen place. You know, I don't think so. I'm kind of curious how StockX is going to go about this, how long they're going to delay and stop those sales, and you know, it's something I'm looking forward to seeing more and more. I'm looking forward to seeing if they end up catching this, because it's obvious an inside job at the end of the day. There's no way, shape, and form that this just happened miraculously. These trailers were pinned and pointed out and hit, and it was done. And there's been posts all over social media, people selling pairs and just telling on themselves, straight up, just telling on them, on their goddamn selves. But you know, what can you expect, man? It is what it is on that. But hey, quick little updates on two little topics that we talked about. I would love to hear you guys' thoughts and opinions, especially about that first one, about that robbery. I want to know. So let me know, and I'm about to get on these oxtails. I love y'all, and I will be back. And I'm sorry for the delay, for being ghost, man. I'm sorry. I love y'all. I'm out though. Peace.